Welcome back to World of Horror. We're going in, we're doing a new story. If you're new here, just doing a nice little couple episodes of World of Horror, little runs, see how they go. We keep it nice and random. Everything is random. Do a quick playthrough. If you want to like, comment, and subscribe, do those things. That'd be really cool. If not, we'll just chill out, have a good time. Put on some World of Horror, see how this game is, or buy it for yourself and play it for yourself. Because honestly, the more people that get into this game, the happier I'll be. Because this game is amazing. But more importantly, the missing stars. Media reports on various people seemingly with supernatural skills. Could it have any connection with the news about stars disappearing from the night sky? Alright, casting spell raises doom instead of its normal cost. Backstory, we got medical history. Character exclusive perk cards only. Let's go. And we got Smoky Magoo. Damn, he's going to discard this. He's going to get some experience. Perfect. That third eye, what's that do? +1 knowledge and perception until the end of the mystery. That's pretty good. So we can do that. We got nicotine withdrawal. It's bad. Or Nox, +1 damage while in nicotine rush. Yeah. Medical history. What does medical history do? Okay. Brittle bones of your family. And you spent each cast. You start with extra experience and bandages, but each damage causes an injury. We got cigarettes. We got medical kit. Alright. Good stuff. Randomize and go. Let's open this. We've got a medical kit. Gain 2 bandages. You can heal 1 major injury while keeping this item in your inventory. Okay. Cigarettes. How many do we got? Alright. Use +1 reason adds to your stats. Yep. Smoking kills, don't you know? Let's get some more experience. Easy little boost. Let's give him a little makeover. Yeah, there we go. Oh, full delinquent. Open the drawer. We got library notes. Get a random spell. Lose some reason. We'll absolutely use that. Let's absorb doom. Deal 3 damage. Gain 2 stamina. Oh yeah. Doesn't cost reason. So you can cast the spell using the little sky thing. So let's get going. Let's see what we got today. Alright, inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You've marked down 5 of them, hoping that there's something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware. Your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. We got evolving eels, hell yeah. We got mermaids. We got vicious versus a violent vigil. A vigil, yeah, of a violent vigil. Wow. Alarming account of normal arms. And bizarre brute of the blood-curdling botanist. Bit. Let's get our girl, Kana. They're great. Hell yeah. Let's talk to Kana. Kana looks at you, waiting. Okay. Alright, eerie episode of Evolving Eels. While returning to your home, someone suddenly bumps into you. Did you know? You turn around and it's your friend living in the same apartment complex, Kana. That weird dude is back. You know, the one with who studies fish? You shrug, opening the door. Kana follows you immediately, enters the kitchen. While later, she returns with 2 cans of soda. Aren't you curious? What weird fish did he bring this time? He grins. Oh, Kana's a boy. Kana's still great. Either way, it doesn't matter. Will you check it out? He will surely recognize me if I try to do it myself. Please. Alright, let's see if let's go prepare first. Alright, you're on Mr. Boy and trying to find anything that'll help you. Finally, pick up cigarette case. Hopefully it'll be enough. What's the cigarette case do? While in inventory, 50% of your remaining one cigarette after investigating a location. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's Let's use these cigarettes. Hell yeah. We got the nicotine rush going. I can just keep on using this. Interesting. Was it used? Lose some reason? Get another spell? I mean, if there's any time to get spells, now's the time. This is the playthrough to get all our spells. Alright, let's do some investigation, Sally. Down in the apartment. You return to freshen up. When you enter the bathroom, however, you discover that your shower is missing. In its place, there's an old clawfoot tub. The whole thing feels surreal, but you take a step towards it, wondering, how is this possible? Let's take a bath. I failed to take the bath. The water in the bathtub suddenly gets murky and dark. Are you bathing in blood? No, I'm going to the hardware store. Get a hammer. Hell yeah. Yeah. 2 funds. I'm in. Equip the hammer. Now I have a weapon. In case we get into a scuffle. Dude's working at the school, right? We could break into his office. What do you mean we shouldn't? It must be empty. Because he just came back to his class, and his classes begin next week. Alright, let's investigate the school. Alright, pool is empty at this hour. It's dark. You could swear something suddenly moving under the surface of the water. Check out the lockers. Someone left their wallet in one of the open lockers. That's classic delinquent behavior. Alright. The neighbor's office at the school is empty. Do you find a few jars, all filled with weird eel-like fish? Despite your protests, Kana decides to take one jar home. Alright, we should investigate the seaside, get the goods. See what's going on around here. Stop. This is a crime scene. You are halted by a sweaty police officer. Behind him, 2 other policemen are packing something in black bags. Alright. You manage to catch a glimpse of an officer. He holds a glowing rock in his hand before packing it into a bag. Could it be a meteorite the TV reporter was talking about? You've got to return here later when the police are gone. Alright, neighbors offer school. Yeah, we know about that. Let's go back to the seaside and investigate it again. You decide to enter a small, shady bar in the docks. Maybe some of the old fishermen can help you in your quest. However, persuading them to do so might prove difficult. What is my charisma? I got okay charisma. I'm not too smart, though. Let's try talking to him. Nah, I failed. Asking too many questions makes everyone nervous and they throw you out. Alright, you may be going crazy. You swear something is watching you from the sea. Alright. Let's go back to the apartments. As you prepare a bath, you think about all the possible leads so far. You're very tired. Maybe an ice-cold water is a good idea. Let's get our reason up. Let's do it. No, we failed. Your body clearly wasn't prepared for a cold bath, and you feel cold coming on. Goddamn. Alright. I've seen him burning some notes behind the building. Let's go check them out. Is this eel even alive? Who even knows? You hear rustling on the other side of your apartment door. Someone's trying to get in. Well. First things first. What's up, stalker? I'm gonna hit with a hammer a whole bunch of times. Okay. Concussion. -1 knowledge till the end of the current mystery. Brutal. So what do we got? Attacks randomly cause concussion. There's a rumor of a masked assailant going door to door, beating the Titans with a blunt weapon. That's just a story, right? I don't think so. I don't think that's a story. I think that's a little too close to home for me. Alright, let's finish it off. Pick it up. We got a baseball bat. Alright. Oh. Burnt notes went to my... What do we got here? Damage 4. How's my carpenter hammer? Damage 4, speed 5. Covering lost stamina after defeating an enemy. Gets to hit 80. 50. Probably better. I'll just have the baseball bat and then maybe I'll just sell this. Fund. Alright. So weird. Your neighbor is really into ills, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. Probably not. Probably not a good idea. When you stop by home to pick up your lunch, you find a pile of letters in the mailbox. Let's read them. Oh, we failed. We failed our luck check. Staying up late investigating the current case has really increased your electricity bill. Eh, dang it. It's always those companies, you know. Alright, there must be something more we can learn. I'll try and break into his apartment tomorrow morning. I wonder what he's hiding in there. You shrug non-committedly. You just wish you could throw the damn jar into the trash. So I guess we'll go down to the local cliff. Something pulls you towards the beach. A statuette, half buried in the sand. It's calling to you. You feel your hand shaking, but you step closer and ignore it. Alright. Despite your sudden desire, you get a hold of yourself. Moving away from it, you quickly forget the whole encounter. Hell yeah. Think about how stupid it is of Canada to try and break into your neighbor's apartment. You go to sleep. Bedtime. What a dumb thing, Kana. Let's go to bed. Spend the entire day waiting for Kana. Where the hell is he? Where are you at? Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Alright. Threats are getting higher. Let's go to the apartment. There's all these gross eels here. We gotta go to the bedroom? I think it's in the bedroom. No, we can't go to the hospital. We gotta get rid of our reason. We gotta... Shocked, you see countless tiny eels crawling out of your friend's eyes in all directions. Will Kana even survive the blood loss? You rush to the hospital with Kana, getting a lot of attention from horrified people. Your friend is taken immediately to the operating theater. And you collapse on the chair in the waiting area. Let's fall asleep. Wake up, dude! Been sleeping for over 3 hours. You groggily open your eyes to see your friend. Kana is wearing an eye patch. Not so pretty anymore, eh? I couldn't exactly tell the doctor the truth about what happened, and I'm pretty sure I won't be winking in my left eye anytime soon, but thank you for saving my life. Hell yeah. We did it. Still processing the events of the previous night, corpse-eating eels that lay their eggs in eyes. Sitting with your friend Kana before your apartment building, you watch the police officers emptying your neighbor's place. Oh, we didn't die, so that's a plus. What's the gods got for us today? There's something wrong with the tap water. It is black and oily and glistening, smelling like death. You hope it's just a temporary issue. You can't regain health in between mysteries. That sucks. So like if I, dirty water? Dirty water. Alright. We gotta level up at least. What do we need? Plus one charisma, guide others, we got the luck, we got knowledge. Let's just get leadership and... Wanna pump up our strength? Let's just do some strength training. You good? We're running out of cigarettes though. Might have to go do some cigarettes. Now what better place to do cigarettes than Spooky Arms. Alarming kind of abnormal arms. I remember when it started. The woman next door was strangled to death in her bed with no sign of forced entry. The killer was never found, and the apartment remained vacant. The door to her apartment was closed as she lived alone. What are the other ways in there? Alright, gotta investigate the hospital. First, I think we got to go. Not the police station. Rest. Pharmacy. Costume. Funds. Items. Guess we'll just shop for items. Okay. Stamina. Plus one stamina or reason at the beginning of combat encounter. That's pretty good. It's cursed though. Do we put on the cursed mask? Huh. Defeat vampires? Occult armor seems pretty good. Let's wear the funny mask. I like it. We wanted to go to a vending machine or something. Hardware store, witch's tree. Look like we can just buy cigarettes. Maybe at the illegal den. We only have one fund. Oh, let's check out the hospital for the arms. You're stopped dead in your tracks by the feeling of a cold metal against your back. You look over your shoulder. Recognize me. The Yakuza's face sneers. We go for his weapon. We punch him. Go for his weapon. Alright. Good. You whirl around to grab for the man's weapon. The two of you slam to the ground as you wrestle for it, until you finally manage to tear it from his fingers. You find yourself with a pistol in your hands, and the thug nowhere to be seen. Alright, do we have any bullets? We have no bullets. Did we just sell it? How much does it sell for? Oh, we don't know where the buyer would be for it. Can we sell these? Let's sell our library notes. Let's also... Let's get some knowledge and perception. Oh. I should cast the spell. Sure. Cool. Yeah, it automatically does it, so we use some Doom, we cast our spell, off we go. They're forced to scheme against you. Can't trust them. Alright, what does this do? Regain one reason at the start of each enemy encounter. Okay. We're masochistic. Oh yeah. That's bad news. But let's keep on going. We got our goofy mask on. We got things to do. Let's... Should we steal his gun? I think he's got... He's got ammo. Hell yeah. Alright. You won't need this, but you still feel bad about stealing from a corpse. Yeah. Can we sell it? Which one's better? Semi-auto? Speed's faster, chance to hit, 85, damage when shot. Got two guns. Can't sell them. Right. What are we doing? We're investigating. Let's check out the third floor. Things are getting bad. Wander in the city. Notice the odd placement of ventilation shafts. They seem too small for anyone to call through, though. Our disaster is coming, and we all can bask in its glory. A glitched magician. First things first. What's up, bro? Second thing second. I'm gonna hit you with a stick. Eyeball. Then we have to hit him with a big stick. Alright. Weekend's blood. You can't run from this encounter. One of many people granted maddening powers by Azyegus. Good stuff. Well, keep on hitting you with things. Oh, he's not dead. But damn. Yep. Alright, we bopped him. You should interview the neighbors. Let's interview the neighbors. Mr. Ooh! Your neighbor is a horror manga artist. He struggles to come up with a satisfying ending to his newest story. Should we share our experience? Get us some funds? Sure, let's do it. Alright, one neighbor is complaining about her underwear missing. Well, where could it have gone? Let's go to the illegal den. These allies don't make... Oh, what? These angles don't make sense. +1 to all skill checks in other world locations. Alright, what do we got? Alright. You can kill your minor injuries. Yeah, I know that. Can of acid. Can I sell these to him? You guys want to buy those? I guess I can just pop that in the bag. Do I want any of this? Let's get ourselves a new ally. Just in case we end up in different places. Alright, let's go investigate some missing underwear. Shall we? Alright, ransack room. Recently a deceased friend. We find a woman. A painting. Ghastly yellow. Let's look at it. Alright. We got enough charisma to deal with this painting. We'll get that experience and pop on up. Second neighbor is complaining about weird noises coming from the vents when she's at home. Let's take a look. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up! Shouts a deep voice from behind the door. Let's do it. Woo! Before you can answer, the door letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. You lurch back in shock. The man sees you and tries to get in. Screaming curses the whole time. A neighbor calls the police and the attacker escapes from your apartment building. Not great. Let's try the building plan. Check out the same places where the vents connect. There usually is. Passing by a faulty elevator, its door suddenly opens. You take a step back, noticing a weird tall woman standing in the darkness. Do you live here? I've never seen you. Well, hold on. You gotta get the lore. He's already devoured one of your neighbors. You'll be next. Oh. Here now, we can do these. That's what I want to do. Oh, wait, we're coughing blood? Minus 2 dexterity? Minus 2 dexterity? This is bad. We got nicotine withdrawal. Alright. We are... Alright. Well, we did some damage, but we are Not looking great. Still coughing all that blood. The minor injury, so we can let's use the medical kit. And we can cure these minor injuries. Coughing blood, we can bandage. And coughing blood, we can bandage. And our dexterity is back to normal. Let's investigate. In a dark boiler room, trip over the pipe. Cursing, you find a light switch and gasp in horror. It's not a pipe at all. It's a long, rubbery arm coiling around the room and ending at a ventilation shaft. Coming closer, you can smell something rotten. Yeah. We found a tiny key. You almost fall to the ground when you see a wide open stare of a dead pervert and his elongated limbs stretching and disappearing into the dark vents. Inside his mouth, you find a tiny key. After the police arrived, the whole building was searched. Following the arms, the detectives found the body of a man stuck in a ventilation shaft. Later, he is identified as the building caretaker. In his closet, police find pieces of underwear and voyeur photos of the tenants. You are questioned thoroughly and eventually released as the murder case is being covered up as a cause of an unfortunate gas leak. What are the old dots got for me today? Weird epidemic keeps staff in hospitals busy. Skipping the lab costs you more. Alright. Costs more for that stuff. I'm gonna take a key. We are now pretty beat up. We got a tiny key though. That's good. Open this up. Can't take that. Can't look at that. Nothing's happening there. What does it look like outside? Nice day. We'll try and use this. It won't work. That's the way it goes. But it's time. Not blood-curdling botanist. Mermaids. Vigil. Oh, interesting. For some reason I thought we had we had school scissors. No school scissors today. Let's do a memoir of morbid mermaids. Should we do that? Let's go talk about the vicious verses. Vicious verses of a violent vigil. You received an official-looking letter. What does the law firm from Tokyo want from you? We regret to inform you of the passing of our client and your granduncle. His funeral will be preceded by an overnight vigil, as per the client's request. There's an address and a list of people expected to arrive. You don't recognize any of the names. Intrigued, you decide to check out yourself what the worst thing could happen. Alright, the following directions from the letter, you slowly fight your way through the overgrown forest path. The old mansion looks like it was torn down and rebuilt many times, but where is everybody? If we explore the mansion, action will unlock new locations, progress this mystery. Alright, so we're here, we're in this. Let's get going. I brought my friends. The whole building begins to shake underneath the room. Suddenly, a stone pillar bursts through the floor where you stood just a second ago. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a step closer. Well, we're dumb as actual bricks, but we know about this. You recognize some of the symbols from a stone tablet you saw in the museum. What's the connection? It takes you some time, but finally you manage to find someone. Then another guest? You should ask them what's going on here. 4 actions on the right allow you to investigate the locations and interact with it. Four actions on the right allow you to investigate the location and interact with it. What are you talking about? Oh, these? Who dat? Ah, hello. Young woman wrinkles her nose when she notices you. You can swear you've seen the symbol engraved in your necklace before. If you want to pay respects to that old creep, follow the corridor to the right. Okay. Let's go to the corridor to the right. Alright, well, let's get our level up before we even read this. Get the good stuff. Available perks. What does this do? Items at the shops are cheaper by 1. Quick thinking. Folklore studies might be what we want to do, and then we can get level up our reason, get +4 reason. Let's do that. Let's do that. So we're back up to good stuff. Following a suspicious person, you enter an old rundown mansion room. It stinks like spoiled milk and has only 2 doors. One which you came through, you can't see the strange man anywhere. Let's take a nice whiff of the spoiled milk. There's nothing really important here, but you think you might be able to use one of the things you find. Hell yeah, we can. Flashlight on. Let's go. Oh no. Let's put on the mask again. I'm going to sell that. Pressing a handkerchief to your nose, you enter the dark room. There's no way they allowed your granduncle to just lie there. What was the correct bow or clap order? Maybe the other guests will know. Dilapidated corridor. Who dat? Alright, young woman wrinkles her nose at you, can swear, da-da-da. You didn't get this with a letter here. Take mine. There we go. We would like to thank you on behalf of our client for participating in this vigil on such short notice. Here's a spiritual person and left instructions we ask you to follow closely. Start the vigil. Pray over the body. Bow, clap, clap, bow. Modest supper. Pray over the body. Clap, bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. Bow, clap, clap, bow. Right? Bow, clap, clap, bow. Bow, clap, clap, bow. Bow. Clap, clap, bow. Nice. Put a little happy face on his toe. Nailed it. So we're in the corridor. Let's talk to this person. Who are you? Pawado, weird fiction writer. A pair is standing next to a window. The man is muttering something to himself while his wife is observing you with her unnaturally bulgy eyes. This reminds me of one of my books. Very good. What are you supposed to do next? You're supposed to have a modest supper. Okay. Let's explore the mansion. Goddamn, you enter a room full of wooden statues. You are amazed at how realistic some of them look. So realistic, in fact, you could have sworn one of them blinked. Hey, it's... No, it's a vampire! Oh, what a dickhead. Ugh, alright, well, let's take a look. Let's do... I guess we can absorb this guy. Yeah, let's just get ourselves some stamina. Pop him for 2. We're gonna hit him with a baseball bat though. Hold on. Before we do that, we're gonna this. Yeah. All right. The enemy can regain health with successful strikes. Once a great sculptor, he sacrificed everything to be able to continue his work. Well, I'm gonna keep on hitting you with a baseball bat. That's the way it goes. Sorry, vampire boy. Take that. in the storage room. You shudder instantly, recognizing the room from the newspaper photo 3 years ago. Man hanged himself here. Why is a vigil held in a place like this? Let's check out the supper. Alright. The smell is nauseating, but you pull some meat on your plate. We did it. We put the meat on our plate. Tomato. Okay, so we did the supper. And then we have to clap bow bow bow. Where is our... Guess we don't have access to that meat. Alright, all family members are cautiously eyeing the smelly dishes placed on the table in the corner of the room. The guests seem strangely uninterested in this vigil. You should explore more and learn what you can. Let's go. In the mirror, you catch a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. That's me. Alright, it's midnight. You should go and pray. The body, it's missing. Study. Seems that someone has already removed the furniture from the room. The overgrown plant is casting an unsettling shadow. Alright, what do we got here? Check wardrobe. Not enough room? Item added to storage. Okay, what if we just put this in our storage and put this in our storage? And where do we get our storage? Alright. Wardrobe is empty. Well, this is bad news. Time to explore the mansion some more. Looks like one of the previous owners of this mansion liked to read. Dusty tomes reach the ceiling. You don't have much time, but maybe you could spare a minute to look through the books. Let's check out the shelves. The books are covered with a thick layer of dust. However, you notice that one of the tomes has been placed here recently. From it, you learn about the distant worlds and bizarre rituals. Hell yeah, what spell did we get? Any spell. A new combat action, bite, for the end of the mystery. Hell yeah. Let's bite people. Managed to find one of the guests. They are shaken, but otherwise safe. Both decide to get the hell out of this place, but the door is gone. It's a real skinamarink. Hey, it's you. Young woman wrinkles her nose at you when she notices you. Alright. Let's not pretend like we want to be here. Correct, we don't want to be here. Let's go back to the bedroom. The body is missing. Okay, so she's still with me. Kinda. Check the wardrobe. To the study. Let's keep on going. Alright, corpses are strung. Brain gets worse. What's up? Yeah, you're still here. No one's there. No thank you. Let's go. I don't feel like killing them. On the other side of the dark hallway, you realize this is the same mansion you were in. It's a familiar one. With your car outside, blood dripping down the walls, and something hurling towards you. This has got to be some kind of sick joke, but to put you back here. Let's fight it. You won't be weak anymore. You're not running away again. You're not going to let yourself run away again. Not anymore. Not again. Never. Never again. For the sake of everyone you left to die, you're going to stand and fight just like you always should have. A nauseating smell of disemboweled corpses hits your nose. The thing that slaughtered your friend. It's the White Death. Let me see what the White Death is. Won't bite you. Yum yum. Let's see. Maybe I'll investigate. Getting the bat. Maybe a bite. Alright. No special skill. An ancient, bloodthirsty being awakened by a group of thugs ransacking the mansion it slept in. That's bad news. Can I do a bite and a hit? No. Well, it's just one baseball bat at a time. I guess I could bite it 3 times. Maybe that's what I'm gonna go. That torn muscle is bad. Only goes 5? This is really bad. But I guess I can just like up my doom. Like really up my doom. And then give him one last hit. Alright. Entering a dark room, you spot Hawado and his wife hugging each other. When they turn around, you scream in terror. Their bodies are slowly becoming one, and fused faces express the same thing. Rage. Ugh. Goddamn. Finally fused together, the family member corrupted by the mansion's eldritch influences. Oh. Woo! We are not dealing much damage. Let's resolve that conflict. As the vigil is nearing its end, the whole mansion shakes more and more until the walls start to collapse, revealing the shocking truth about your whereabouts. Walls and corridors collapse, revealing an alien landscape, and you can taste blood in your mouth as the slimy appendages slowly get closer. A voice in your head tells you what to do. Where are you? We're not going to sacrifice the guests. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Not today. Okay. I guess we're sacrificing the guests. An unseen force leads your hand. You reach for a knife and stab a surprised guest. Okay, we will conclude the ritual. The price is paid. A voice booms in your head and everything gets dark. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on wet grass. An old man should nowhere to be seen. Standing next to you is a naked, bloated old man. You recognize a tattoo on the man's toe. It's your deceased granduncle. With a coarse voice, he explains the ritual. You try to keep up with him, but you're too weak and your head spins. The death toll must remain the same. To die, to survive. You feel like vomiting as the old man who has cheated death disappears behind the trees. Everything gets dark. The man who you thought was your uncle had cheated death, making an accessory to murder. Making you an accessory to murder. You know the police officers won't believe you when you tell them the truth of your best. You best forget the nightmares you left behind. All right. Let's get this hype shit. What does this do? Using firearms as melee weapons deals more damage. Yeah, we'll definitely take that perk, and then we're probably going to. I guess like perception would be how we use them. Let's go. What do they do? With more and more students missing, the police have restricted access to the school building. Alright, no more libraries. Not allowed to read anymore. Sorry, everybody. No more reading. Alright, let's go home. Let's take our key. We're almost there. We need 2 more missions. But first, let's go to our storage. Alright. On pig steak. We get a new status? Should we add a new status? We got a meat cleaver. Okay. Deals extra damage to humans and monster enemies. Maybe we'll just sell that. We're gonna take the key. Keep the key on us. We're gonna sell this. We want to eat this. Our doom's pretty high now. Can we sell it? I'll just sell it. Just sell that. Do we want... I think we're gonna have a semi-auto on. We're gonna sell this baseball bat. We'll not have the police revolver on us. I think that might just end up being bad. Now we got some inventory space. Can't shower. No good. Let us check the drawers. Go outside. It's been raining since the morning. Alright. What are we gonna end up doing? Should we do the botanist? Let's do the botanist. Look at that stash. That's a good botanist stash. Your neighbor asked you to help. Her husband, Shiro-san, has been missing. She is worried it might be connected with the new fertilizer he ordered from Tokyo. Where is he, and why would he need so much fertilizer? Sounds like someone getting into some explosive business. Got a business card from a gardening company where the missing man was working. Maybe. So if his colleagues could tell you anything useful. Alright, we should investigate this school, but first we should do a little rest, right? Get a little bit up. Should we do it? Yeah, let's see. Found some loose change. We have lots of funds. We're doomed. We might get doomed out of this. This might be a doomy time. So let's I don't know if we have time to actually go do the other stuff. So let's just start investigating. Let's go. In the morning, you usually only remember glimpses of your dreams, but you know two things. First, they are always both terrifying and inescapable. Second, the man from your nightmares is standing on the other side of the street looking at you. Bring it on, bro. That's right. Yeah. Getting closer, you decide the man doesn't really remind you of the person from your nightmares. Feel good about confronting your fears. We're still like transform muscle. Minus 1 damage in combat. Yeah. We got that too. We got our nicotine withdrawal, which is the real problem. Slow combat action sucks, but we're gonna keep on going. Let's go get the dispatched order. Alright. They say a ghost of a heartbroken boy appears on the street at night. Just an urban legend, or is there some truth to the tale? You wait an entire night observing the spot where it's supposed to be ghost appeared, but nothing happened. Just a rumor. Good stuff. Well, let's take a look down here. Dispatch order stained foul-smelling liquid. You say you can make out the address, or at least parts of it. House is somewhere nearby forest. Your friends has asked you to meet at the certain secluded location. Getting there, you find a telescope with a note signed by your friend. The note tells you to look through the telescope. Let's look through the telescope. You don't see anything at first, then you notice it. The bloated body of Yola Zith is getting closer. Alright, let us go here. I don't know if there's actually a procedural way to do this. Alright, the trees overhead block the sunlight and you begin to feel gloomy. Slam here. Suspicious group has been following you, is gathered nearby forest. They're enacting some part of ritual in a clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. Let's rock. Alright, good. Here. Walking through a tree nursery, you suddenly stop. Something feels off. Isn't it too early for the leaves to change their colors? Before you decide to continue your investigation, someone grabs your leg. Bark Woman. What's up, Bark Woman? I would like to investigate. I guess we just janitor with a gun. Alright. All incoming damage is lowered by 1. His third victim. She was chopped into pieces and buried in a tree nursery, causing the nearby leaves to change their color to a sickly yellow. Hit them with a gun. And pop. Oh, I did a bat. Alright. Resolve the combat. Nailed it. Dirt load was prominent as branches in 2 different directions. Which one is correct? This one. It's said that a famous priest died on this rock. Perhaps his mysticism has steeped into it. Let's tap into his power. Touching it with your hand, you feel a newfound knowledge forming in your mind. Let's gain the spell. What do we got? Memory extract? I can just get Doom to get experience? I'm not gonna do that. That sounds horrible. Walking through the woods, you discover a sweater. It's torn apart and covered in blood, but where's the owner? Well, let's assume the worst then. Now we got bopped. A wild beast must have killed this poor person. You say a quick prayer before continuing. Finally, after what felt like hours of following the dirt road, you find an old mansion. It's completely overgrown with plants you've never seen before. In front of the mansion, there's a gardening company minivan filled with boxes. Slowly, you enter the building. With caution. You stand in the middle of the room when suddenly the floor gives in. You fall down to the basement. Falling through the hole in the floor, you find yourself in an overgrown basement. In the corner lies a man you recognize. It's Shiro-san, the missing gardener. You must help him escape this cursed place. Protect the gardener, lead the gardener. Doorway. What do we got here? Let's go. Okay. Lead him. Protect. Lead. You take some damage. Lead. Protect, lead. I mean, we're gonna die, so let's just... Sorry, bro. Vines whip you, covering your exposed skin in deep lacerations. You cry in pain. Dropping the body of Shiro-san, there's no way you could be able to save him. With a heavy heart, you run, leaving the man you were supposed to protect behind. The old gods got forced today. The whole town stopped receiving any outside signal. Must be the radio mass failure. Alright. Well, we got loads of... what is this? We have a cut artery. -1 stamina each investigation. We're going to die. Take the key. Oh, brutal. Can't shower. Nothing happens. So, it's mermaid time. The janitor was obsessed with mermaids. He collected every scrap of legend about them in the school basement. Now his mind has snapped. He decided it's time to make one of his own, using unfortunate students' bodies as materials. So first things first, we gotta go hang out here. Let's go to the doctor's office. Yeah. What is this? Cut artery? Please heal that. Can you heal this too? Hell yeah. What is this? Stable condition? Discard, nothing happens. Discard, nothing happens. Okay. That. We'll discard and have nothing happen. Exit. Should we go to the pharmacy? No. I mean, we have to just rest, right? So we're not going to the seaside today. We don't have the time to do it. Doom is impending. Walking through the park, you find a little girl. Let's let the police handle it. Tell the girl to wait while you look for the officer. When you're back, she's gone. Let's take a look. We're asking our neighbors to see if there's some results. Maybe the girls attended the same school. Goddamn. Let's investigate. With the trails growing cold, might be time for a different approach. You could have a similar occurred in the past. A trip to the library might be a good idea. But it's a waste of time. Yep. The mere thought of studying with all those old books, newspapers, makes your head hurt. Makes your damn head spin. Now there's no way you're gonna waste an entire day in that moldering library. Okay, there's a mermaid sighting. Find a notebook containing handwritten detailed notes about the swimming club and its mermaids. Let's go investigate the swimming club. Alright, we're getting bopped by the smell. Whoever the kidnapper may be, they seem to be really obsessed with mermaids. Inside the science lab, you find a plan of the town sewer system. Someone has marked a path leading directly into the school building from the sea. Got cursed again. We're fearful now? We're gonna die. We have to rest. But this is the end. Our doom is too high. We cast too many spells. Someone taps on your back. Sorry, is the bush still running? I'm so late for a meeting. The bush is going to kill me. You start quickly turn around, shocked about what you see there. Oh, let's hit him with a gun. Alright, he's an undead male, is weak against sharp. Attaching itself to a company, it will continue to slowly drain it. Let's shoot it. Good. Got that. Let's get this going. Is there a way to get rid of Doom? No. Choose a card, be a comment, remove the illicit tag from all items. Doesn't matter there. Quick thinking, I guess, and then just reason. Let's go. Full basement must be a place kidnapper keeps missing swimmers. Ritsuko-chan was the most promising athlete in the school when she suddenly disappeared. The case was quickly closed without any suspects. Today, she finally dug herself out. She's a vengeful athlete. Damn right she is. Well, we're gonna shoot you, sorry. Alright. Ritsuko-chan was killed by a boyfriend of her jealous rival. Wow. Good. Well, I put her back away. There's no turning back now. God, let's hope she's alright. You bust through the door to the janitorial closet. But it's already too late. The latest missing girl is lying on a dirty mattress, the upper part, at least. A tail of a fish has been crudely sewn in place of her legs. She was too weak and died. You hear the mad janitor say. He looks up at you and down. Maybe you'll do. Let's notice his face. Ooh! I'm so lonely, he stammers, taking a step forward. For years, I've dealt with this void inside me. Another step forward. Each night, I dream about a city underwater. I realized that's where I truly belong. And another. Let me take you there. Kenna takes a step back. You don't even look at me like that. But don't even look at me like that. I'm not going anywhere. See you later. You push your ally right into the embraced arms of the janitor. Before they can say anything, the fisherman opens his mouth, revealing 2 rows of sharp, like teeth. He bites your follower in the neck, almost decapitating them in the process. You're too shocked to do anything. This will do, he says, smiling and opening up the manhole. For now. Well, sorry, bud. Is it? Oh, good. It's not Canna. It's the other one. I was gonna say, we can't let Canna go. Was the talk about the underwater city just an excuse for a crazed serial killer, or did the janitor really believe in the mermaid city located somewhere deep under the waves? Whatever the case, you really should see a dermatologist about your skin allergy. With each day, it starts to look more and more like fish scales. Alright, well. Dangerous bands of riders. Let's go home. Take our key. Alright. There's no new mysteries. We've done them all, so what's this? Let's go to the lighthouse. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Let's enter the lighthouse. Bam, 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 bam. Let's enter the lighthouse. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you 2 things. That whoever or whatever is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place, and that you should run as far as you can. You're afraid there won't be a way back once you start climbing these stairs. Do we have all the stuff we need? Yeah, let's start climbing. Following a winding staircase, you are stopped by darkness. A thick black cloud obscuring your vision, you can swear. Alright, well, let's, something waiting for you inside of it. Okay, you decide to brave through the veil. You finally emerge, well, a while later, safe. You can't, however, explain the blasphemous whispers you heard. You were stopped by a girl wearing a dirty black school uniform. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further, she says, reaching for her bag. It's too late anyways. You instinctively take a step back when you notice her knife in her hands. You think fast. Alright. You try and talk to her, allowing her pass. It's too late anyway, she whispers again, letting you continue. The delinquent girl nods sadly as you pass her. Let's go. Continue climbing. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped. Wait a minute. Someone broke into your apartment, stole all your clues and newspaper clippings, and pinned them here. The more you study them, you discover you can't remember any of them except one. Okay, so we did eyes first, then we did the arms. Correct answer. You rip the newspaper clippings off the case you seem to remember. Unearth it. It's a tiny button. You press it, and with a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems connected to the door inside the central pillar. There's a switch inside. You'll have to risk getting cut by the numerous glass shards and knives. Alright, not enough dexterity. You can feel the sharp ripping in. With a buzz, the gate opens. Resisting the unknown horror was taking its toll on your health. Weakened, you finally succumb to your injuries, alone. As the dust settles upon your eyes, reality starts to crumble. Old God is ready to return once more. Well, sometimes that happens. We almost made it. Almost made it. We were one tick away, basically, from making it there. But that was, yeah. Hopefully you had a good time. Had some fun. And, that's the way it goes. Sometimes you make it almost to the end. Sometimes you don't. Thanks for coming to join me on this lovely little World of Horror experience. And, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.